All right, so Mereoleona should be coming out April 18th, unless there's little changes, but I don't think so. We should get some official confirmation very soon. So I thought, why not make the video now? Since I've got the update for Nozel and Kohono Monday night, I think it would just be better to record this now and upload it probably in the morning. I'm not too sure when exactly, but in this video, we're going to be talking about her whole kit, breaking it down, and then also talking about where exactly you should go in terms of investment. And then I also just want to kind of talk about this mono red kind of stigma that we got against any other type of team at the moment, right? Now, this will take elements from previous videos, but it's going to mainly be should you summon, kit breakdown, and then talking about that little thing. So yes, Mereoleona should be coming out on the 18th of April. Now, Julius's banner, I'm pretty sure, had like a day difference from when he actually came out to when he was like leaked to come out. But I mean, in general, like the date was pretty much right. So we should be seeing the release date for Global on April 18th. My guide will be going up, I think Tuesday. I think I'll put my guide Tuesday or like Wednesday morning, either Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. I'll see. So Mario green tank. Now it's very unfortunate. I just hate the tank meta that we had. Right, it was one after another. Right, they actually really wanted to go for like long forms of content with William, Asta, and also Mereoleona on the bottom here. Now, overall, I think it's okay, but it sucked, right? Overall, it sucked because there was a lot of teams. It was either your team was one tap or your team was super slow, and it was super odd to play in. And now the meta is starting to be a bit different, but it's still there, right? It's still there. But units like Zora, Fuego, okay, I guess now Spirit Dive a bit are starting to help out the meta. So, it's there. But Mario, very good unit. I think that she was built very well, and I find her fun. I just think they could have built her fun in another way that I would have liked her more. But at least her being a tank in this way gives her longevity because she doesn't need to be a DPS. And she'll still work very well as a tank. So let's explain first her dupes, or her passives. I think her passives are very important. So when she's at 8 SP, she gets Monoskin. Okay. Monoskin is going to be giving her 30% damage reduction and status ailment immunity, basically stun block whenever she has Monoskin active. So perma 30% and stun block as long as she has her ultimate, or she hasn't used her ultimate. And you're going to find that it's going to be pretty easy not to use the ultimate in a lot of cases. So this is one of the best passives in the game, right? Just super good, right? Super good. Turn 1, you cannot be stunned. As a tank, you're taking 30% less damage. It's wraps. Like, you're just not taking anything, basically. So it's very strong. And you will see an aura around her, unless they have a bug on global. You will be seeing a fiery aura, so you're going to know when Monoskin is active. Now, LR2, she taunts the DPS, basically the person with the highest all attack. Now, this is going to be super strong. And why is that? It's either going to stop Julius from being able to stun, make it so Noelle cannot use her barriers, right? So if we go to DPSs, it's going to stop Charmy from really being able to target anyone else. It's going to, well, make it so Noelle can't use her barrier, stop him from stunning anyone. No one here really of value besides like Fauna, obviously, but it's not stopping Fauna. And then obviously with Julius, we know what it's doing. So it's doing some pretty good stuff, especially against Julius, right? Julius is just like kind of getting cucked over because, it doesn't really matter what you do to Mario. Because also of the dupe 5, if you hit Mario, every time you hit her, that's a burn. You apply a burn AoE to the enemies every time you get hit. It's super strong, right? Really strong, especially whenever the rerun banner comes back. I think it's going to be very important for people to try and get this skill page. Hold on. So as for the rerun banner, just to like kind of talk about it, because this is very good with Mario, right? Considering the fact that it's 25% at max dupe increased damage per burn, and she could easily apply 3 burns. And the rate up skill page total probability is 1%, but as we can see here, here it's divided by 3, which means that it's going to be 0.3% chance, and it's not like a pitied. You can't pity it, which means they're going to lose out on so much money. You don't understand. Like, there's just no point in trying to chase this when it's a 1 in 3 chance. So I don't know. I feel like the rerun should have been like JP, where it's like pity. But I mean, it would have been so much better. It would have enticed people to summon if it was done like JP. So how do if I could from rerun, let me see. Let's see if there's anything that I could show you guys. What's a custom pickup? Should be this. if we check here, you could see the other versions where here it's the only thing. It's 1.5% the only skill page you could get, and they would make more money like this. Am I wrong? They would make so much more money. You can only do 200 pulls a day. They could even change that if they want, but only 200 pulls a day. You could still get it by the end. It would work so much better. You rate up one unit though, but it would work so much better if it was done like that for Mereoleona to make more money if they reran the Clover Academy season of season 3 and 4. Season 4 being Halloween though, but you know what I mean. That would be an insane banner. It's basically this rerun. Like, yeah, for them it's season 4, 5, but for us it would be season 3, 4. So anyway, this burn is very strong, especially if you build Merio as a DPS, but you could build it in many ways, so it would work very well. Now this one becomes very strong because of the dupe 5 being a 2-turn taunt if the enemy is taking continuous damage when you hit them. You don't understand. 2-turn taunt is just diabolical, right? It's diabolical, okay? 2-turn taunt works very well, and because of what she does, like you taunt, they hit you, you're making them take more damage every time, right? So it's very strong. Now, skill 2, also very good, but we have to look at it with the skill page, because without the skill page, it's just not as good. Without it, applies barrier removal on one enemy, the person you select, cool. With it, it gives everyone Monoskin. That is a 30% damage reduction plus stun block. Now, if Mereol still has her Monoskin up because of the SP plus 8, then she will not be getting the Monoskin. She will only be getting the Monoskin if the Monoskin is not already there. Now, why this could be bad is if, let's say, you have the Monoskin, you use the skill 2, but you still have your ult, and then afterwards you use your ult after the skill 2. Well, then you won't have the Monoskin. It's only if you use your ult first or use your combo first and then you use your skill 2. Now, the thing is, we'll go to it afterwards, but it works in some cases, but not others. Now, still, this skill 2 is very strong to give to everyone. 2-turn stun block and 30% damage reduction that you could keep on cycling in. Very strong. Now, the ult gets an extra turn, which is why sometimes you're going to ult and then skill 2. Now, it also puts 65% damage increase per burn, which is going to be up to 195%, and then barrier removal. So you're doing raw damage, and it's just very strong. Now, her combo is the best combo in the game, where it's going to be very good with William and Noelle together, where Halloween Noelle, where it's going to be giving 40% defense pen, and she's doing 89% AoE damage, turn 1 without any damage reduction yet on the enemies, which is going to make it super duper good. And you guys have seen it in action. I don't need to go over it more, but 89% doesn't seem that high until you realize there's no damage reduction on anyone yet, no buffs because William's turn 1 126 speed, the quickest unit. So definitely worth it. Okay. Merio is an amazing unit. We went over most of her kit besides the skill page. So let's go over the skill page now, and then we're going to talk a bit about investment. Again, I think it's important to talk about it again. Now, in terms of what you need, I mean, what does it do? Hold on, let's talk about what it does first. Before I start getting into it. So, what it does is if Monoskin is present on self, so if you're at 8 SP, I do think it does count if you just have this too from the skill page, right? You get a 55% chance to attack after granting a 50% damage increase. Now, it goes up to 100% chance to get 70%. Now, from my experience, this will help a lot in certain team comps. The ones I'm talking about is with William, right? Now, if you want to just use Fuego, right? The Clover Fuego, it is technically a whale team. So for a lot of the things that she wants to be good in, it's a lot of whale teams, but there's also a lot of other team comps where you can run Black Asta with her, right? Run Mono Green, where she doesn't necessarily need to be doing all the brunt of the damage. So going for max dupe skill page is not a necessity, but I recommend getting either dupe 1 or dupe 3 to get a higher chance of getting the damage increase proc. Now, if you want to max dupe it, I'm not going to lie here and say that it's not good, but I do not think it is necessary. I do think max dupe on her is necessary. So she really is a max dupe or skip unit. Now, if you want to get her to like 2 dupes or 3 dupes, and then over time with the Betelgeuse dupes or the universal dupes from the monthly, get her up to max dupe, then that is fine. She's going to be good for a while. Okay, she came out in season 9 on JP. She's still going to be good in season 12. Or maybe she'll be power crept then. But in season 11, over how many units have released since her? Hold on. So in terms of units that have released, okay, let's just look at this real quick. So the units that have released, 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6 units, I think. 6 units, and she's still top of the crop. So I think she will stay good for a while longer. Nozel and Gohona will not make any differences. So 8 units, and she's still going to be good, okay. She is definitely worth your investment long term. Max dupe, you need at least 1 skill page. You just need this 1 copy for her to be really good. Okay, not every team she's on needs her to be doing all the damage, so please do keep that in mind. Mereoleona will be very good, and I do see her doing decent damage even without the mana skin up. You got to realize, even if I have the skill page, I could see the difference between the skill page damage and the non-skill page damage, because obviously this is only when mana skin is on. Now, one thing I do want to say is that mono red like is going to be very good, right? Obviously still going to be very good. But mono green is like not even just mono green, right? Mereoleona isn't just a mono green unit. I went over all the teams yesterday from the time you're seeing this, I think. And I mean, it's not just mono green, okay? So get that out of your head. Mereoleona is going to be able to use with Fuego, and the Fuego team is very easily able to cook mono red. And it's like, if you're in lower PvP, mono red is not much of a problem. It's an easy to build team, but it's also pretty easily counterable, especially now with Mereoleona. And then once Zora comes out, then mono red is not exactly as good as it was. So yes, mono red is good, but then mono blue is going to come out, and then mono blue is able to beat mono red. And mono blue isn't overall a better team, but it's able to beat mono red. So what's up with that, right? So I think that just staying so one-sided into mono red long term is not the move in terms of thinking it's the only good team. If you want to only build mono red, go ahead. Mono red is, I'm not discrediting mono red, but I think people are over crediting it in some instances. It is still an amazing team, right? Amazing team. And I think a lot of people have built it. So of course they're going to love it. Makes sense. But do not think that Mereoleona is going to go anywhere, right? It's still going to be very good. And with Fuego, she is going to cook. She is going to cook, okay? So yes, summon. I just wanted to explain her kit, go over if you should summon, and all that good stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys very soon tonight for Kahono and Nozel. So pop into that stream. I'm very excited to use Nozel, if I'm being honest. I do not know if I will summon on Kahono. We will see. I might just skip that because honestly, I don't think I need her. So that's basically it. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.